Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best gaming monitors.
Starting at number 5.
BenQ Mobiuz EX3210U. The BenQ Mobiuz EX3210U is our best 4K monitor pick, and it brings more to the table than just UHD visuals. Its impressive array of features and impressive HDR abilities will give even the latest displays a run for their money, not to mention it's also a bit of a looker in terms of design. It's safe to say the Mobiuz EX3210U pushes the boat out when it comes to features, with integrated Trevolo speakers adding more than just visuals to the package. This specific model even has a microphone built-in, which may suit those of you looking for an all-in-one solution for your PC. Additional extras include striking RGB lights at the back and a remote control, which is always a big plus in our book. Design: BenQ knows how to make an interesting-looking screen, and while the EX3210U is rather unassuming round the front, there's a party round the back. Its white shell provides a futuristic design that strikes a nice balance between contemporary and that usual gamer aesthetic, and its V-shaped stand adds a splash of orange into the mix for good measure. Of course, you'll also find a hearty helping of ports round back hidden under a lip, and this may or may not be a good thing depending on your preferences. It can feel finicky if you constantly find yourself connecting different consoles and PCs, but it helps to aid cable management for the most part. Performance: while the Mobiuz EX3210U uses a fairly traditional IPS display, it produces surprising contrast in colors when handling 4K PC and console games. The panel's exceptional IHDR abilities help bolster its visuals using intelligent profiles, and there's even a virtual mode that will simulate high dynamic range on even SDR content. Being a 4K 144Hz screen, the EX3210U is also snappy. Shooters like Overwatch 2 and Halo Infinite feel super responsive thanks to its 1 millisecond response time, not to mention combat's potential screen tearing using FreeSync Premium Pro and, unofficial, G-Sync compatibility.
Coming at number 4.
ASUS TUF Gaming VG27AQ. The TUF VG27AQ is kitted out with a 1440p 165Hz panel, and we reckon its specs are a PC gaming sweet spot. In fact, it's even a decent option for PS5 players, as the console now supports QHD resolutions. Regardless of your platform, this speedy screen offers a 1 millisecond response time and HDR10 support, which hammers home the fact that this isn't an entry-level model. Design: many ASUS products feature design cues that are in line with gamer culture, but the VG27AQ is strangely pretty vanilla. In fact, if it wasn't for the fact we knew it's a TUF branded screen, we'd be fooled into thinking it's a screen from the company's productivity side of the business. Not that everything needs an edgy aesthetic or to be clad in RGB, but this 1440p panel is surprisingly vanilla compared to other options. Performance: when testing this monitor for review, we found that it delivered impressively crisp visuals. Stir in its HDR10 abilities and brightness levels too, and the result is one of the nicest looking 1440p displays we've tried. The VG27AQ does a great job of balancing overall picture quality, speeds, all while targeting a price point that won't overly offend your bank account.
At number 3.
AOC 24G2. The AOC 24G2 is outgo to 1080p display, and it's perfect for anyone sticking to a $200 budget. Sure, 4K is slowly becoming a standard thanks to the PS5 and Xbox Series X, but full HD screens are still relevant in 2023, especially if you're looking for the best PS4 monitor or rocking a budget gaming PC. Armed with a 1080p 144Hz panel, the 24-inch AOC 24G2 makes up for its lower pixel density with a snappy 1 millisecond response rate. That boon is going to appeal to budding esports enthusiasts looking for faster visuals, but the IPS screen will serve respectable visuals across all genres, even if it's not the highest spec model around. Sadly, one thing it is missing is HDR compatibility of any kind, so keep that in mind if you're privy to turning the setting on. Design: AOC takes a subtle approach with 24G2 aesthetics, but red accents round the back and at its base serve as a reminder that it's a gaming monitor. Its V-shaped base sort of does the same, as it provides just enough edge to escape looking like office equipment. If you're allergic to bezels, you're also going to love the fact there's barely any frame present, which actually gives it a premium vibe. Performance, believe it or not, 1080p doesn't look as bad in 2023 as you'd think, so long as you stick to 24 inches. Sure, you'll notice some pixelation and softer visuals if you sit real close, but realistically, you're going to be sitting at a desk with appropriate distance in between.
Number 2 of my list.
Lenovo Legion Y25. Lenovo Legion Y25-30 wasn't always what we'd consider a budget option, but now that it's available for a chunk below $300, it offers up speedy gaming monitor specs for less. Not to mention it comes with some nice extras like a USB hub and FreeSync Premium. Featuring a 280Hz 1080p panel, the Legion Y25-30 serves as one of the fastest options out there at a lower price point. It's not the absolute cheapest screen you can buy, but it wins our budget spot for now by providing gaming class specs. It also keeps things snappy with a 1 millisecond response time, so you'll be able to feel the difference in FPS games and take advantage of high frame rates. Design, there's nothing particularly flashy about the Lenovo Y25-30, but it boasts great build quality that avoids feeling cheap. That said, it is pretty sleek for an IPS display, with thin bezels and a low-profile back that won't feel too intrusive on your gaming desk. Its stand also mimics its more expensive siblings in the Legion range, with a V-shape that gives industrial vibes. Performance, we used a gauntlet of shooters to test the Lenovo Y25-30, including Fortnite and Apex Legends, and the screen lived up to its 280Hz 1 millisecond claims. We were also satisfied with the results in the likes of Cyberpunk 2077, with decent 1080p visuals shining through. Naturally, contrast in colors pale in comparison to OLED panels, but it's worth keeping in mind the speed this screen offers up for the price.
And number 1.
Alienware 34AW3423DWF. The Alienware 34AW3423DWF is the sequel to one of our favorite screens, and it builds upon what made the original our best gaming monitor pick. Its brilliant OLED panel is dazzling enough to distract you from any shortcomings, while its ultra-wide curve provides an immersive experience across numerous game genres. There wasn't much we didn't like about Alienware's OG OLED gaming monitor, the Alienware 34AW3423DW. But the new F model, the AW3423DWF, fixes one obvious issue: the matte anti-glare coating that robbed the awesome Samsung-supplied QD OLED panel of just a little of its drama. This new model gets a glossy coating and it makes all the difference. Black tones are absolutely inky, while the HDR experience seriously sizzles. This monitor really does deliver on the promise of OLEDs per pixel lighting control. It's spectacular. Design. If you're familiar with gaming PCs like the Alienware Aurora R15, you might be expecting the 34AW3423DW to look a bit eccentric. Yet, Dell's approach when it comes to monitors is sort of the opposite, as its ultra-wide screen features a more conservative shell with just hints of a spacecraft aesthetic. Performance. While OLED displays normally come with brightness caveats, the Alienware 34AW3423DW manages to produce excellent results. Plus, it still retains everything we love about the screen tech, like a ridiculously fast response rate and superb viewing angles.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.